All right. What is up, everyone? Hope you're having a great Friday night. You're all probably out and about doing fun things. Right now, I'm working, but only for a few more minutes. Wanted to hop on here real quick, share a couple tidbits with you that I hope will help you when you are communicating with potential clients. Okay. Be very, very careful that you don't make yourself out to be a liar. And what do I mean by that? Okay, it can be very easy, especially when you're just in the beginning, guys, because when you're in the beginning and you're working on your first deals, like you really want that case, right? You really want that person to sign up. And sometimes what that causes us to do is we tell things to a prospective client that we think they want to hear so that they will sign up with us for us to help them claim their overage, right? It happens, especially in the beginning, but you got to fight that. You got to fight that with all your might, okay? Because here is why. Here's what happens, okay? So, like, we've got a client right now, a case that we're dealing with, and, they're calling, they're a little anxious, and they keep telling us, hey, they've already signed a contract with us, but they keep saying, hey, people keep contacting me, and they keep telling me that they can do it faster than you can do it. And it's a shame that companies are trying to say that. I understand why they're saying that, but it's just a flat out lie. Like, these companies are lying to this individual because they want his business. And I get that. I understand that. But here's the thing. If you do that, you're setting yourself up for failure. Because what happens if you promise a client and you say, hey, we can get your money for you in 60 days? Okay. And then what happens to you when it takes 90 days or 120 days or 180 days to get the money for your client? What happens then? What happens to your reputation, which maybe you don't have one yet because you're just starting out? What happens to the trust with that client when you tell them in the beginning, we're going to get your money in X amount of days, and it ends up taking longer than you anticipated? Okay. You're going to destroy yourself from the very beginning, and you don't want to do that. Okay. So what do? Well, if you are just getting started, don't promise anything, because here is the bottom line, especially in this business. We have zero control of when money is going to get paid out to clients. Absolutely zero control. Okay. How do I know this? Because I've been doing this since 2015. And if you cannot tell somebody that they're going to have a check in their account by a certain date, unless you're going to cut that check out of your own account. Okay. Why? Well, where are surplus funds and overages held? They're held in court systems. They're held by law firms that represent banks. They're held by county treasurers and, tax commissioners. Okay. Sometimes in some states, if they, get to the state level, they're held by state unclaimed fund departments. And because of that, you have no idea when any of these entities are going to approve your claim. You have no clue, no idea. Hell, they don't even know half the time. I mean, you could call the court and, the clerk could say, oh, we'll have it by this and this date. But they really don't know. Even when you've got a signed order that says, hey, so-and-so their claim has approved. Well, that still has to go through a process. That order has to go to the accounting department. Then the accounting department has to cut their check and mail the check out. Shoot, that can take 2 weeks. I've seen that happen. So you just have no idea when the money's going to get paid. And so going back to the beginning, try not to promise anything to a client as far as timelines go. Okay. So what do I tell people? Right now, I tell people minimum 4 months. That's our minimum. I tell people, look, if you're going to hire us, just plan on waiting at least bare minimum 4 months before we get you a check. If we get it before then, great. And if it takes longer than that, do not be surprised. Okay. That's what I tell people. Okay. The reality is you cannot influence any of these entities when they're going to pay out the funds. You can try, but you're still not going to know when the money's going to get paid out. Okay. So be careful, guys. Be careful when you're talking to individuals, you're talking to people. Try to, if anything, under promise, over deliver. That would be my advice to you. But at the end of the day, it's your business, right? Like, I can only share what has worked for me and what I've experienced. Okay. At the end of the day, you're going to do what you're going to do. But I would just caution you to don't promise people things that you can't fulfill on. Okay. Don't promise results that are outside your control. Like and what are some other examples of that? Like, don't promise people you can get their money if you don't for sure know that they are the only person entitled to that money. Okay. Because what happens if you say, yeah, we're going to get you this amount of money, but then you fail in your due diligence and you find out, oh, shoot, this person had a second mortgage and that mortgage is going to take all the money. Like, you would crush that person. And they've already been through enough, right? Like, they've already been through, like, they're already disappointed. They're already hurting because they just lost their house. And if they weren't the owner, then they lost a loved one that owned the house, or they went through a divorce, or somebody died, or some sort of traumatic event happened. Like, that is why people lose homes to foreclosure and tax sales, is because something bad happened in their life. Okay. So try not to be a blessing. Don't be a curse. Don't add to the pain that they're already feeling by promising them something that you cannot fulfill on. Okay. That's the bottom line. So don't be a liar and get your pants caught on fire. Oh, shoot. All right. That's all I have for you guys today. Okay. Just a kind of a rant, but at the end of the day, I hope that helps, guys. Yeah, I think honesty is the best policy. If you're a student, go check the Facebook group today. I just posted a video in there of an actual sales call that I did today. Not a sales call. It's actually a follow-up call. And it was really interesting. He had some really good insights about why he was talking with me, even though multiple people had contacted him. So go check out that video, guys, on the Facebook group. It's very insightful. Okay. All right. That's all I have for you. Appreciate you. Have an awesome Friday evening. Enjoy your weekend. Go get some deals. Go help some people. Things are getting very busy. Lots of tax sales happening right now in the spring. Lots of foreclosures. Okay. Kind of the spring to the fall is kind of the real hot time for the real estate market. And that includes foreclosures and tax sales. So now's a really good time to hit it hard, reach out to a lot of people, and just put in the work, okay, to be able to get some of those deals going and get those in the pipeline. If you're just getting started, check out school.overagecourse.com, where I teach you the entire process of how to get started in overages, how to develop an income where you can work from home. I'll partner with you on deals in that program. It's at school.overagecourse.com. And that's all I've got for you guys. Appreciate you. Have a great day. We'll see you.